last adventure, we went for a little jaunt back into the forest. We found some rats, and the rats tried to eat you. This is already getting grating. Ow!
Pete, you don't have to commit to the bit so hard. Just...
I'm committed to that bit. So you were there. You fought again and again and again. 3 total encounters, and you struggled a lot, especially Jun. Jun gave up.
Jun's spirit was broken.
Gave up.
I tried my best. Roll the 0 again.
That was
You
still...
managed to wipe out most rats. Was being joined by Kara. The very last rats of the last group survived, and it is now bequeathed to Jun. That's the word, right? I think it's the word.
Yeah, close enough.
I think it's like... Oh, but okay, with the tape. Okay, never mind. I have to look up the word. I'm like...
The fuck did you just call me?
Wow, okay, that's crazy. I only know the word because of...
Once you're done with that, you decide to make your way back home. You return to the town on a long walk. And that's where I give up with that, boys.
You know what's hilarious? We'll probably cut to that in the intro, and there'll be no context for why you were speaking that way.
So, you are all now returning back towards the town through the same entrance. Back through the same entrance that you all came from. No, you are not.
One thing, Pete, we don't have any music. I don't know if that's intentional right now.
It is not intentional. I'll have you know.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay.
You're returning back, walking back through. There's a couple of people milling about, but they don't seem to be doing anything particular. Just lazing around by the entrance to the town in the east, which is up there.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys have returned, what is it you wish to do?
Is Mr. Derek still with us at this point?
He is, yes.
Okay. So before Brandon parts company, he is going to sort of ask a couple of questions. Firstly, he's going to say, "Hey, Mr. Derek, when we were out there earlier, you mentioned just offhandedly about the existence of a couple of wyverns that were around here about 50 years back.
Yeah, there's a bunch of tales about them.
Do you happen to know who in town might know a little bit more about that?"
Mostly just be people with stories. The best persons to go through would be the record keeper, probably.
Okay. I might swing by there later then. I also just wanted... Oh, sorry, go on.
I will see you at home then, because I'm bent.
That is fair enough, Dave. Also, Mr. Terg, I just wanted to thank you for your time today, and yeah, it was a pleasure working with you.
No worries.
Likewise. Your expertise has been great to our benefit.
I was happy to help. He looks towards John. Sorry about the knife in the thigh.
Yeah.
Kind of looks a little bit awkward.
Why you did that?
Why are you so soft?
Me?
Yeah, like you're away from the mic.
Is this better? I was talking softly, I think. Okay, it's okay, Derek. It happens. I do not know how, because you have quite great aim. It's like you hit rats from a big distance, scoring multiple. It's okay.
He fishes around his pocket and pulls out 3 silver pieces, offers them to you. That's your guys' cut to the rats' tails.
Party funds, or will everybody take a coin?
Yeah, I'm really the way. I think party funds.
I think that would be wise.
3 silver pieces is fine for them. Because at the end of the day, they're just rats.
Yeah.
You don't mind, I might stop by later. I might come and pick up another few knives from you.
Feel free.
I'll see you later. He makes his way off and into town.
Alright. So, Brandon, you're going to the records?
Yeah, as I recall, I think only you were banned from there, right?
Yes, only I. So, June, will you be joining him, or will you avoid that place?
Thanks for a very long time. I will join Brandon. Yeah.
Alright. Then, I will see you guys at the shop. And David walks off.
Okay, see you in a bit, Dave. Okay. Shall we be going, Jun?
Yeah, it's just a straight path from here, I think. We have to head up to the west.
Yeah, let's hope we catch him in a good mood. Or at least a better one than the one we left him in last time.
I hope so. I mean, it's Martino's was banned from there. But
Hey,
we weren't, so maybe he doesn't dislike us.
Actually, John, just whilst we're on the way, be meaning to say this for a little bit now. I'm sorry that I didn't really pick up on what was going on there.
In the archives?
Yeah, basically all the stuff that happened in the archives and you thinking that I was being a bit, well, maybe I was probably being a bit dismissive, and I don't know, there hasn't really been a good moment, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry that I was kind of just in my own head a bit more and not really, I don't know, I didn't really take as much notice as I should have, as you found.
It's alright. We talked it out as a group, so I mean,
Yeah,
I tried to not be too much bothered by it. Well, not really understood each other in that moment, and it helped us to and understand each other better.
I just wanted to let you know
Despite
that.
it being-
Sorry, go on.
No, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
All right, let's go then.
What were we exactly looking for in the archives again? Something about
When we were trying to pick up the trail earlier on, just when we were thinking about what could have happened, Tarek mentioned wyverns used to be indigenous to the area about 50 years back.
breeding pair, right?
Did he say that?
Maybe I made it mentally up. I vaguely think I heard something like that. There were
Huh.
two.
Okay, if that's the case, that's interesting. Anyway, let's go and ask some questions now, and we can kind of, I don't know, theorize later.
Alright.
So we head to the records.
Oh wait, just to clarify, at this point I'm going to say it is late afternoon to early evening.
Yeah, I think.
You've actually been out all day.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Still covered in red blood.
Yes.
There's nobody pressed us.
He's walking through town covered in blood.
I mean, John, you literally lie down in the middle of them. I'm actually, well, I mean, I got bit a few times, but other than that, what was going on there?
The reason why I lay down?
Yeah, I turned around and you were just on the floor. I thought you were in a much worse condition than I guess you were, apparently.
I was very frustrated that I could not focus on anything anymore. So I had to calm myself down. Also,
You feel movements in the pocket, one of your pockets. You see a head poke out at you, looking up at you.
smell at him. It's like gently push it back in the pocket.
He lets you,
Um,
maintaining eye contact until you close the pocket over effectively.
Yeah, that mostly that I was very frustrated, and I kinda gave up because my spells don't. I don't have a lot of spells, and whatever spells I have don't really work. No, Martinez makes jokes about it, but like, there's a bit of truth to it. I cannot heal. I can only give a little bit of help, and that's it. But when laying down, I realized I can also just use my dagger.
That don't underestimate how valuable a bit of help might be. I understand where you're coming from with not being able to hit things consistently. I mean, you remember before I started using this firebolt thing, I was just relying on that acid.
Yeah.
Because I can remember when we were in that cave back in World 1 and we were going down like flies and I just could not hit for shit. Yeah, I do understand how that kind of sense of powerlessness can make you feel. I mean, maybe we could find like another book or some scrolls. Maybe, you know, get a couple of spells for you which are a bit more consistent. I mean, just because you don't have them at the moment doesn't mean that you're not going to get them.
I wouldn't mind picking things up along the way, but I'm trying to see if there are like not be too focused on just the negativity, I guess. Like, oh, I have no spells and that's it. Like you said, I can learn things. A little bit helps, I hope. And there should be like tons of other things I can do, like the dagger. When I started using that, I think it helped a lot.
I mean, you got a couple of them with that thing. I did see.
And like in the first world, when what helped was when I gathered the blue balls and the fine cones. So there are different ways of being useful, but still,
those things
in the battle itself, it can be very frustrating to be confronted like that.
We perform at our best, I think, when we go in with a proper plan.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, sometimes we do it, sometimes we kind of don't have a choice. But, John, if you ever feel like that in battle again, please call for help rather than do that. I was, you scared me doing that.
You all were like very surrounded and busy.
That doesn't matter. John, it doesn't. No, John, it doesn't matter. If you're in trouble, you ask for help.
I'll remember that. I do not often ask for help, so I have to kind of learn that now.
It's hard. It's very hard sometimes. But if it's a choice between that and just lying down in a battle and being overrun, I don't know how I would take losing any of you guys.
I'm sorry for laying down like that.
You feel the head poke out again. Little rat's looking up at you and there's a tear in one of its eyes, looking at you.
Gently wipe away the tear and boop it on the nose. Gently.
I guess I can ask this now, considering that. Are you going to? Do you reckon you're going to keep the name?
David?
Yeah.
No, it's incredibly confusing to me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the problem you've got at the moment is when we're outside, especially, and you're addressing David, and if it learns to respond to the name, then, you know, that could probably pop out at a bad moment. I mean, maybe you want to give it a different name now, just so you can condition it to respond to that.
Really thought of a good name.
I mean, you don't have to decide right now, obviously. I mean, it just occurred to me that it might... I mean, it's as you say, it'll probably just get a bit confusing, but...
Yeah, I will. I was thinking about changing his name, but you're right, I should be a little bit sooner with that. Now we're back in town. Quicker, yeah.
Jeez, this What's the Records is taking a long time, isn't it?
I think we walked past the records. And
I think we did.
Around, yeah.
You're currently going around the back over here. I just let you keep going because you were getting a nice conversation.
Come on, John. Let's do what we're here for before it gets dark.
So you make your way back to the records building. So you enter in and you see the same grumpy fellow sat behind the desk with a book in his hand. Looks up towards you, then narrows his eyes a little bit and looks around. Is the other one with you?
No, he isn't.
Good. What can I help you with?
Honestly, I was here to just ask yourself a question, if you wouldn't mind giving me a few minutes of your time.
Oh, he closes his book and puts it on the desk.
I was out in the woods with the hunter, Mr. Derek, and we were trying to identify a creature out there, and we kind of went back and forth, and long story short, the subject of wyverns came up. Apparently they were skulking around here about 50 years back, and he said that you might have a bit more information about them.
He leans back, thinks for a second. Yeah, I've read the reports on them.
And what did they say exactly?
They were stealing cattle. Eventually they ended up attacking one of their farms. A bunch of people banded together, hunted them down.
So, there were two of them, right?
Yeah, there were.
My friend here, John, had an interesting question. I don't know if they misheard Mr. Derek or not, but did they happen to be a breeding pair?
He scratches his head. Remember any mention of that in the reports? I think I know where they are. I can find them for you.
If you wouldn't mind, I would be very grateful.
I think the only one relevant really would be the last one where they got killed. Follow me.
Yes, please. Lead the way.
Lead through several warrens or corridors. You go past the corridor you previously where the incident occurred. It is now just effectively piles of paper and books to the side which don't look particularly stable. So you kind of should we pass them?
Brandon is moving incredibly gingerly. Is there a sign of David up?
Say again?
Is there like a sign of David, sort of like, don't admit this person?
Yes, there is. Yeah. It's a sketch of him, but it's not too bad of a sketch. When the sketch he has more of a moustache, a bit more twirly.
Brandon,
Is there any sign of the mushrooms?
You do not roll me perception.
Like, I know, like, Brandon's being careful, but June's like really not moving to there, but like properly standing still and looking, reminiscing, filling up the time while I'm looking at my stats. Okay, okay, that's all right.
You look around through the corridors. You don't see any sign whatsoever. You go past the room. You peek your head in, have a little look around in the damp, dark room. You can't really see any sign of mushrooms. No screams. No, just a quiet, damp, smelly room.
Volumes about the crimes we committed there. Anyway. Okay, then she walks and follows.
You exit into a bit of a larger room. In this room, there are it's a lot better organised than most of the other rooms. It takes you over to a kind of like similar to a wine rack with scrolls slotted in instead of it being in books. He pulls out a scroll and looks it over once, puts it back, pulls out another, then hands that one over to you, Brendan.
okay.
That'll be the reports. It'll just be the little bottom part. Ignore the rest.
Okay.
We made sure to put out an official job for it at the time, so everything we above board.
Okay.
There's a nice table in the centre of the room, chairs, stools. There's enough room to easily sit down and read through it if you like. Just put it back there when you're done with it, please.
Of course. And yes, I will take you upon your offer to sit down. It's been quite a long day, so I must admit I'm feeling quite tired. So, yeah.
Not the only one. Tidying up all that mess wasn't easy. He walks out.
Excuse me. I know it wasn't me or my friend that did so, but I wanted to apologise on my friend's behalf. I know that doesn't make the effort any less considerable, but I thought it only polite to pass on his.
Do me a favour when you next see him, punch him on the shoulder or something hard.
I will.
With that, he walks away.
Thank you.
Bargain set.
Okay.
So, I'm going to assume you unfurl the scroll.
Brandon is going to unfurl the scroll, but I'm almost certain he's not going to be able to read it, is he?
No.
I have thought about this. So what Brandon is going to do is he's going to take out his phone, making sure that it's on silent so it doesn't click, and he's just going to take a picture to make sure that he gets all the text. You'll have David read it later.
I think you softened the joke.
I was ready for it.
I wasn't. I forgot about that.
Okay. You unfurl the scroll and just the general area that he mentioned, because he said towards the bottom.
He's going to take a picture of the whole thing, because even though he dismissed it as being relevant, but Brandon is wanting all the information possible.
Okay. The scroll falls to be about, let's say, 6 feet tall, and it is not jammed full of text, but there's quite a bit on it, and there's various numbers, etc., dotted around.
Yeah. As I say, if it to Brandon, this information could be very pertinent.
Mm-hmm.
So he isn't taking any chances. He's going to, even if it takes him a few minutes, he's going to make sure that he captures all of it.
I would say 5 minutes later. No, I'm not going to make you roll for taking pictures. Screw it.
I mean, to be fair, it's just going to mean it's going to take longer.
If you couldn't immediately look at the pictures, I would make you roll for it, but no. The only reason I'm saying that is because I've been looking through old photo albums recently, and old photo albums you couldn't really tell what it was going to turn out like. So, and with that, and you are done with the scroll. You have pictures of every single part of it. I'm going to say you have 2 just to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, Brandon will he'll be particularly meticulous in this task. He doesn't want to miss anything. With that, Brandon will put the scroll away at the location that the record keeper specified, and he'll say to Jen, "Okay, I think I got everything. Let's scout here."
Did you read any of it, actually?
We can't read the language, Jen. I just took pictures for David to look over later. It's probably going to be useful to refer back to regardless.
With the minimum help we sometimes got from David with reading a few things, is there anything she can pick up from it?
Yeah, Brandon will
Roll
hold the
me-
scroll towards John if, like, yeah, they want to try.
Roll me intelligence with disadvantage.
Let's roll my dumb stat. Let's roll worse than... Okay, never mind, I can.
You're looking over it and you're attempting to make it look like you are able to read some of it, but when you look at it, it's like you're seeing triple effectively. Everything's blurring together, nothing makes sense. You see numbers and you're not even sure if they're actual numbers or letters, and
Did you take clear pictures, or can I just not focus?
Oh, sorry, you're looking at the pictures. I thought
Yeah.
you were looking at the scroll.
Oh, no.
I'm going to assume that the pictures would be clear because, as I specified, Brandon was being quite
Yeah.
careful to make sure
Yeah.
that they were
They are.
properly in focus.
Um,
Hey, John, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We've got the information we need. I mean, once David has a look at it, we could probably just transcribe it into, like English or just actually, I guess, English. But I don't actually know what language we're being translated to. Yeah. Anyway, whatever works.
it still weirds me out that everybody speaks English, but does not write English.
Yeah, it is a bit wonky, isn't it? Hey, John, if you want to go back to the shop, you don't need to keep coming around with me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate the company, but I'm not much for conversation at the moment, I guess.
It's alright. Is there something you're still gonna do after now that we're leaving the archives?
Whereabouts was old Cletus, Pete?
he was down to the southwest near the edge of the map. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go and try and ask Cletus a couple of questions. He seemed to be quite knowledgeable on, well, at least could give us some insights on what was going on with Julie Share, and that was, 80 years ago, so maybe he might have a bit more insight on what happened 50 years ago, or could point me in the direction of someone else who might know. I'm probably going to spend quite a bit of time just trying to get as much information as possible on this.
Alright, yeah, I can walk with you for a bit, but in the meantime I will be looking for something else. So if
Yeah.
that's alright.
Yeah, of course, John. I mean, as I said, you don't have to come with me if you don't want to, but yeah, I appreciate you being here.
Just don't stay away too long. Like, try to be at home around the time we ate dinner together, I guess.
If you end up breaking off from me before I'm done, could you do me a favor?
Sure.
I want to have a talk about today. It's occurred to me that you guys have kind of been following me around all day, and I know you haven't said it, but I sense that you guys have questions for me.
June lets off a nervous laugh. Yeah, well, of course we have questions, but
it's
not an
fine.
appropriate time, alright, you know?
I really appreciate you guys being patient with me, and I've asked a lot of you today, so
alright.
I
worry
want
about it.
no, I need to explain myself to you, but can you?
Like,
But
have that conversation when we're with David?
I
Martinez?
would, but there is another request I'd like to make, if you don't mind.
I'm all ears. Well, a little bit less because I'm missing an earlobe. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. You should probably have that locked. Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Yeah. It's alright.
If it's possible, and I know that this is going to be awkward, I would much rather not discuss this with Devlin listening.
So, not have this conversation in the shop.
I realise I'm being awkward, but
It's a genuine concern, I guess. Maybe you do not
I-
want him to know thing.
I don't want to give him any more reason to be agitated than he already is. And
Yeah.
if the conversation is going to go how I'm expecting it to go, that might not be... I'm not sure if I can avoid that.
Well, and I think whatever conversation we will be having, we deserve some kind of privacy. And while we're somewhat on good terms with the Flume, I keep realizing we kind of kidnapped, and maybe he's not that nice of a person.
Speaking frankly, John, I don't
Actually,
care.
I'm getting very stressed now I think about it, but that's a conversation for another time.
Well, suffice to say, I would rather not have this talk in front of him, but I would like to discuss this tonight.
We can, like, a certain spot. There's a little lake in the middle of the town. We can sit there, talk things over.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if I get back, I'll tell David myself. But if you do end up going to see him before me, please. I know that I've messed him about today.
Is it just David you want to be there, or also Longtay? He is.
If Kara and Lonte if they want to be there, that's up to them. But I feel like you and David, I need to talk to you. You guys, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've known you all for about the same amount of time, but Kara wasn't really directly affected by what happened today. I mean, I don't mind if she's there, but if she rather wouldn't be, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to go and see Cletus before it gets much later. So if you want to go back to the shop or follow me, whatever, it's fine. Like, that is where I'm going, so if you want to follow me, I'm just going to head straight there.
I will follow you for a bit, and if I'm at the shop and none of you two are there, I will just head to Lake.
Yeah, if I get back first, but maybe just wait. Actually, John, just wait at the shop.
Okay.
Because then we don't have any unnecessary miscommunication. We'll just go there together.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
And while they're walking, June will look for something like a board or a sign that has any resemblance of a botanist or a herbalist or a pharmacy. Anything that kind of catches her eyes.
Roll me perception. Well, just once while you're walking.
Perception. Kick out. A 9.
Whilst you're walking through the town, you keep looking around, but you don't see a herbalist or alchemist jump out at you. What does catch your eye is in a small shop window, selling all kinds of bits and pieces, is what looks like a picture book with a dog in a doctor's outfit.
I immediately stop walking next to Brandon and walk over to the shop, looking at the window like a child looking at the toy. Okay. Oh, is that Dr. Dog?
Have fun, Jen. And Brandon continues walking.